Hello, my name's Taylor, and I am clearly not the greatest at guitar. I'm not that good at all. I'm just going to go ahead and practice a little bit. But before I do, I wanted to say hello and welcome you. I wanted you to know who I am and kind of like what I represent. So my name is Taylor, and I'm an independent data analyst. And what that means is I analyze numbers, language, and I try to add context and make things make sense in our world. Okay? So at the strategicowl.com, I've uploaded the full constitutional text where you can copy it, paste it somewhere if you need to. Starts at the preamble all the way to the 27th Amendment. Okay. I also am building out a voter dashboard. Now, my goal is to get more people civically engaged, which a lot of people call politics. So, politics alert! Get my point? Talking about an individual like Donald Trump and the actions of someone who holds power and public office, that's not talking about politics. Traditionally, politics is talking about like policy, the art of governance, not someone's actions. Okay? So, if you are against Trump, anti-Trump, even if you hate Trump, you have every right to, this is America, right? I remember MAGA. If you didn't know, I hate to admit it, but in 2020, I did vote for Trump because I was brainwashed and I wasn't paying attention. I was apathetic and I was listening to Joe Rogan, hoping that Joe Rogan knew it all. Stupid of me, right? Fucking stupid, I know. I know it's fucking stupid. And I know that there's a lot of people today stuck in that framework of living where they're like, someone famous said it. So they must have some sort of insider information because they're famous, they made it. And that's maybe not how everybody sees it, but that's how I saw Joe Rogan. Coming from TV shows, he's a comedian, right? Back when he very first started his podcast, I started listening. And, it just started slowly growing and growing and growing. And when the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial happened, I thought it was kind of stupid that he was paying attention to that. Because at the same exact time, the January 6th committee hearings were happening, and they did a lot of research into the 2020 election. And most of the people who testified in those hearings were Trump Republicans, not Democrats. Not the government. Well, technically it would be the government, right? Because they were in control at that time. Now, a lot of people didn't pay attention to this, including people like Joe Rogan, right? The perfect example of being apathetic, right? You're focused on your life. You're focused on your career. Who cares about politics? The government, you can't do anything about it. Let's just live. That's apathy. Now, you can do something about it. And I could do something about it. I did something here with my website. You can talk about it, okay? You can go to my website and you can click a link to register to vote. Click the voter dashboard, On the drop down, choose your state. In there, what will happen is it'll tell you when your voter deadline is to register. It'll tell you when your primary date is. Soon that'll tell you other things like in the future, but just think of this, follow me along here. And then a link to go register. Every state I've loaded up and you're good to go. Now down below, there's like 7 or 8 states that vote first from March through May. And I've got you all set. I'm going to go through and have to fine tune a few candidates, but all you have to do is type in your zip code, hit Trump check, and within one little shot, you're going to see who supports Trump and who wants to impeach Trump. And this is verified data. If they put it on their website that they're with Trump, they get a Trump flag. If I've emailed them and they admitted that they're with Trump, they get a Trump flag. If on their website they're saying that they're going to hold Trump accountable, they get an accountability flag for Trump. If I've emailed them and they've responded that they're going to hold him accountable via impeachment, they get an impeachment flag. Now think about the scalability of that. If people actually used it. This is free, by the way. No data harvesting, by the way. It's not seeking your attention, so there's no advertisement involved. There's no advertisement model. This is just me and being a good citizen. This is all out of my own dollar. Now, if you do want to support this message, all you have to do is talk about it, thestrategicowl.com. If you want to follow me on social media, the only social media that I really pay attention to, and I don't really pay attention to it that closely, is my Substack. Now, I do engage. I write long form. I just don't put all my attention into it. That's all that I'm saying. There's more things to do in life, like play guitar, right? I do work a normal job that has nothing to do with civic engagement or politics. And I'm not going to tell you who I work for, but I do analyze data for living. So there's somewhat of an expertise coming to you when I analyze information. But you can visit strategicowl.substack.com, and I do offer 2 subscription models. One's free, and I give you all my ideas, everything, no paywall there. Now, if you do subscribe, it's $5 a month, or you could pay up front $50 for the full year. That shows your dedication, and it helps me stay dedicated because I continue to see growth, and it inspires my wife to understand that this can be financially stable. Now, what you get is you get a VIP discount on merchandise that I've designed. When you order it, they print it right away and then they deliver it to you. Now, you also get AI technical tips. In our world, just to think about all of the AI being involved, and there's going to be a lot of people who over rely on it. And in the world of corporations that over rely on it are going to go out of business because they're going to fire all their people, all their institutional knowledge, right? What you need to do as an employee is use your institutional knowledge and AI and leverage yourself. You can make yourself far more valuable. Now, right now, I'm starting with just how to analyze language, the English language, because my goal right now is to de-Trumpify our country. De-Trumpifying means leadership takes ownership. Citizens, we no longer go, Democrats did this, Republicans did this. We don't act like children. We act like mature adults, and we hold each other accountable. We don't insult each other. We don't go, you got TDS because you care about the government and you care about the way of life for other people. No, you don't do that shit. And you don't call someone who voted for Trump a fascist. Trump is a fascist, not the people who voted for him because they don't even understand what fascism means. If you don't understand what fascism means, you can't necessarily call someone a fascist. Now, if you've explained to them what fascism means, and it comes from Mussolini, and the way he described it is pretty much like a bundle of sticks tied to an axe. The axe is the leader, the bundle of sticks is the nation. And right now we have a group of people, specifically people like J.D. Vance, Mike Johnson, a ton of people who have political power and media power, like influencers, Benny Johnson, right? Just as an example. They hold this bundle of sticks together. Trump's the axe, right? J.D. Vance might be a small axe in there now. That is fascism. Now, there's different types of fascism, right? Hitler is different than Mussolini. Hitler and Mussolini are different than Stalin. All of them were fascist. Okay? Following along? Trump is a fascist. If you voted for Trump, I'm not calling you a fascist, but if you continue to agree with everything that he's doing, and we tell you that he's basically a part of the definition that falls into fascism that doesn't involve the word right wing, stop using Wikipedia definitions, folks. Wikipedia is open source. You shouldn't be trusting it. I'm starting to ramble here, but you get my point. Donald Trump's a fascist. That's it. Democrats are not communist. Communism, the state owns the land, they own everything, and you're lucky to have a job. But guess what? That's not how it works in America. Okay? If anything, the only person taking us closer to to communism is Donald Trump. His control over the market with tariffs is a form of market control, folks. And that is exactly what MAGA tried to tell you and I, that Kamala Harris and the Democrats were pushing on us because they wanted to control prices for like medications. Think about that. Donald Trump's controlling the market for everything. When you blanket tariff, it's a control on the market for everything. Everything. Think about that. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Taylor Nancy Pelosi. I shouldn't even go down that road. Shit, Nancy Pelosi pays more in taxes than Donald Trump gives up in presidential salary. Let that sink in. Who really gives back to America financially? Nancy Pelosi. Yes, I said it. All right, let's play some guitar. I'm done. strategical.com, strategical.substack.com. I invite you. Let's de-Trumpify America together. Let's rock on.